Welcome to Nation Station. I'm Kimber Nation, and for this episode, we're going to be talking to some people from the community, from our churches, and from the school, so that we can help give back for this joyous Christmas season. Hi, this is Kimber Nation with Nation Station. Today I am joined here with Kathy Allen, the nurse at Van Far. Thank you, Kathy, for taking time. We wanted to hear a little bit about the Bright Futures program. I see you're even wearing the t-shirt today.
I am. This is our Bright Futures Van Far shirt, our latest one. We need to get new ones, but this is our latest one. I'm actually the Bright Futures coordinator here.
Okay.
Bright Futures is an organization that was started in Joplin, Missouri.
Okay.
It grew after the tornado down there because they realized that they needed to meet the needs of the whole student so that they could be successful. Not only food and clothing, but whatever their human basic needs were, they needed to be met so that they could be successful. So that's basically what Bright Futures is
Okay.
Our goals are to meet the human basic needs of our students so that they can in turn be successful. I will encourage you some background here. I will encourage you to go to YouTube and watch. There's a documentary called Rich Hill.
Okay.
And it's considered to be one of the most impoverished areas in the state of Missouri. And interestingly enough, when I went to the McKinney-Vento homeless meeting to speak this year, I did some census investigating because I was just curious as to where Audrain County stood. And people don't realize that poverty lives in your backyard. You know, it's not. Rich Hill was eye-opening to me, and things that my students would say to me as they came to know me and trust me were eye-opening to me.
Right here in our own.
Right here in your own backyard. And the Missouri's poverty rate is 13.2%.
Okay.
Rich Hill, Missouri is supposed to be the most impoverished area in this state. Their latest census readings were 16% is where their poverty levels stood.
Okay.
The last reading for our census reading for Audrain County, we were 16.3% impoverished.
Is that right?
So it's
My
here,
gosh.
and people don't realize it. And people that speak with me and talk to me, and groups that talk to me, say, "What do? We don't know." Well, if we have a Facebook page, Bright Futures Van Far.
Okay.
If we have a need for a student, we post it there, and
Okay.
board members, oh gosh, I don't even know who else on our board. We have community members, Brandy Stubblefield, Gay, Kimmy Blackman, Ryan Morris, Angie Morris, Missy Gooch, Brian Hummel, Kim Pafford. Of course, our administration is part of Bright Futures. Sheila Ennis is part of Bright Futures. We all make decisions together. Judy Hull. We don't meet a whole lot. COVID kind of put a damper on that. So we do everything a lot by group Facebook messaging or by group emails. Like if we'll say, our student has a need, this is the need, we have X amount of dollars in our funds.
Okay.
Do you all want to how do you want to proceed with this? And if we have the money, everybody always says, let's do it.
Nice.
So
So where does the money come from?
Donations.
Donations.
My father, I lost my father in August.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And my family chose Bright Futures.
Oh, wow.
As a memorial to him. So we receive donations through memorials. Some people just will say, hey, I was shopping and I was on this clearance rack,
Mm-hmm.
and there were 6 coats in 6 different sizes,
Yeah.
and they were on clearance for $3 a piece. I bought them for you. It's
Right.
$18. People don't realize that. We just had a family that the mother worked in Walmart while she was in college, and she called her old Walmart store, and her husband went there, and they said, put everything you have on clearance that would be appropriate for a high school kid or an elementary kid on a clearance rack. And we want to see it. Well, it was huge. It was an enormous amount of clothing. And of course they were seasonal, so we won't use a lot of those this winter, but we will be using them in the spring and in the fall and in the summer. And they went down there and they said, would you take this much money for the whole clearance rack? And the store manager said yes.
Wow.
And they brought them to us.
Oh,
so, and
awesome.
we'll go there in a minute. We have a store so our children can go there and shop for free.
Okay.
I've given, not myself personally, Miss Mentor, our success coach, is part of Bright Futures. She's taking kids shopping there this week and I think giving away 3 pairs of shoes.
Okay.
So, new or gently used items. If you're out shopping and you see something and it's on clearance for a couple of bucks, it's age appropriate for an elementary or a high school student, we'll take it to our store. If you have gently used clothing items that a high school or an elementary age child would use, we put those in our store and our kids can go down there and shop for free. We have backpacks there, full-size backpacks. The small ones don't work. Full-size backpacks, school supplies, we're pretty good on all of those right now. Shoes are a big thing for us. I try to, if I have an extra few minutes at Walmart, I'll peruse through the rack and see if they've got some different shoes in different sizes, and we just try to keep them on hand. A family from Farber bought us a whole bag full. She happened to be in Walmart when they were marking some of those little girls' JoJo shoes down that they think are just wonderful. They marked them down to like $1 or $2 a pair. She bought every pair they had and donated them to us, and most of those are gone already.
Is that right?
Just anything like that. If we take a student to the store and they don't have shoes down there that fit them, I can post a need on Facebook and say, hey, we have a need of a men's size 8 sneaker. And generally within the hour, somebody will call me or message me and say, hey, I have these to share. If they don't have them to share, they'll say, hey, I'm going to run to Walmart tonight. Can you hold off till tomorrow?
That's awesome.
So it's just a community working together, and it's not me. I have so many people that say to me, you're so wonderful for doing this. No, I'm not so wonderful for doing this.
But we need
I'm so wonderful because it's so wonderful because we have a community that does this. The Vanfar community is outstanding, and when people know that there's a need, man, oh man, they step up big time and they take care of our kids here. We take care of them food-wise. We've done glasses. We've helped parents with medication costs when there's been a need for getting approval through their insurance. Whatever we can do to help our kids be in school and be successful so that they can hopefully someday pay it forward.
Exactly. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, and if you want to make a donation, it will take newer, gently used clothing that's age appropriate for our high school and things that they would wear, because I'm going to tell you, a high school kid would rather go in the same clothes 10 days in a row than to wear something that makes them feel or look different. So those are things that we'll take. Cash is always good. We have a fund here at school, and we run it through the school so that we're 501(c) and don't pay taxes. And those are things that are always good, because if we don't have somebody that can get something for us, we can run to Walmart, or we can run to the dollar store or whatever with the school's card, and we can pick up what we need out of our account that we have here.
Good. Boy, that is fantastic. And that's what this is all about.
Right.
Is letting you know what is out there. I mean, I knew a little bit about the program, but I didn't know all of the things.
No, and it's wonderful because our kids have come to know that it's okay. It's okay that everybody struggles once in a while. And that's important to me too. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're less. So we don't tell anybody anything we keep everything. Our buddy packs, we try not to tell about those. We have a food pantry at the high school that we have numerous children that use, but they have gym bags or backpacks that they take what they want in, and nobody knows that they're taking stuff. And that's important too. And we want our children to know that everybody struggles once in a while, and there's nothing shameful about it, and you don't ever look down on somebody that needs a hand. You help them up.
And that's probably why that poverty rate is so surprising, because there's a lot of pride, and a lot of times people won't ask for help.
No, people won't. And my husband and I spoke about this before when I was getting things ready for that meeting, and he said, the sad thing is he said it's probably higher than 16.3. He said because people don't always tell the truth on those census papers.
That's true. So we can do something about it by volunteering, by donating. Absolutely. Lunch buddies, that's another thing. Oh, you said that when lunch buddies.
COVID has kind of put a damper on that, but we're slowly starting to bring our lunch buddies back in.
I missed that.
It's a mentoring program. I've got so many kids that just want somebody extra to talk to, and we ask that you come twice a month and have lunch with your lunch buddy. You can come every day if you want to, of course, and you can go to recess with them and stuff, and our kids absolutely adore it. So we're slowly starting to bring lunch buddies back into play again. We're opening that up. If you want to be a lunch buddy, please let me know. I've got kids waiting for you. And we're hoping next year we're going to be able to do a kickoff breakfast and invite community members to come again and hopefully talk about Bright Futures a little bit in the Lunch Buddies program and get that going again, because mentorship is huge. Huge with our kids.
And that's a blessing both ways.
Oh, you betcha.
I know when I did I was always so glad I took time out of my busy schedule to go see that child.
Every lunch buddy we have says that I came because I was hoping that I might be able to bless somebody, and man, did I get blessed.
That's right. That's right.
So that's great. But if y'all want to, we can go down and look at our store.
Yes, that would be great.
Our high school kids can also go down to, we keep a few things here, but we can take them down to the big store.
Okay.
And let them shop too. But if we just need to grab something really quick, we have shoes and stuff. I got a brand new pair of shoes and boots in my closet now. Somebody bought them and they were too tight and they didn't want to take them back.
Yeah, I got a couple pairs.
This is our pantry. And it's the end of the month and the beginning of the month, so we'll be getting food next week.
Okay.
So we have cereals and cheeses, and we have pastas and sauces.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have, this is it, yeah.
Because the kids may be cooking their own.
Yes, and we try to keep flour tortillas, and because we have canned chickens and tunas.
Okay.
And I tell the kids, bread doesn't travel well in a backpack.
Right.
So I tell the kids, you can, I tell the kids, you can make a peanut butter jelly sandwich with flour tortilla. Make a roll-up.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
make a chicken sandwich. So those things work really good for the kids.
Yeah.
Caroline and I have to go to the elementary. I'll be back. Welcome to the Bright Futures store.
Oh my gosh.
This was one of my biggest goals, one of ours as a team and a board to do this. Mm-hmm. There's our new clothes. Look at that. Those are still new clothes that Lois is still sorting and shelving that came from that big clearance rack purchase.
That's awesome.
Our students come here and they shop for everything for free.
Yeah.
The Rotary Club in Vandalia wrote a grant and got us the shelving units.
Is that right?
Yes. We purchased our hanging racks with donations, our big hanging racks. We even have a pre-K section that our parents as teachers person uses to take clothing to littles that need stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. If we don't have something down here that a child needs, let me turn on this light for you. See, we have a brand new shoe rack. This is kind of a mess, I'm sorry. We have a brand new shoe rack, one of these that's getting put together and going right there because we need space. Don't have a lot of new shoes left anymore. We still have some, but see, here's a pair that somebody picked up. They're size 7 boys or men's, and they found them on clearance for $9. So they picked them up and bought them. Yeah. There's another new pair somebody found on clearance for $3. So we have this stuff. These are the little Casey JoJo shoes. Look, $1 a pair.
Wow.
And that's such a blessing.
So cute.
Yeah, such a blessing to some of our kids. And those are waiting to be shelved on the new shelving unit as soon as Ryan gets it put together. These are shopping bags for our children.
Okay.
Backpacks. I know, doesn't it make you cry? I love it. These are hygiene kits that Tad Dobbins brought me down from CMCA.
Wow.
There's toothpaste, shampoo. Some of these we have to watch. Some of these have girl products in them because that's something that nobody thinks about.
Right.
But they're very expensive. Yeah. This is our changing room to be. It's not done yet. We have a little table and a lamp and a chair that's going to go in here. These shelving units are going to come, half of them are coming down. We have water bottles that we got from Tupperware because our kids were not allowed to use the fountains during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
These are little toys and stuff that are brand new, like when we have our Christmas gift exchanges.
Yeah.
Some
don't
kids
have a gift.
No, they come down here and they go through those totes of those things, and they'll choose something, and they can wrap it up and take it, and they can have a gift for their gift exchange too.
Good.
Or Valentine's, when those go on clearance for
Yeah.
like a quarter box, we pick them up and we keep them down here. And
That's an extra.
whatever our kids need, we try to. Everybody needs to be inclusive.
Right.
And you know, it's been amazing because I was afraid that some of the kids might feel like, oh, I had to go down to the store, but it's just become a part of their life now.
Good.
So they'll say, I need some gloves or I need a hat. Can I go to the store and get?
So I gotta ask. I mean, are there people that take advantage of or abuse it?
Well, it's with everything that
it?
there is, but we pretty much kind of know.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I need to remind people is I had somebody who told me one time, I have all this extra meat and I'd like to donate it to somebody, but now I don't want to donate it to somebody that's buying cigarettes and drinking alcohol. And I said, well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Kids can't help what their parents do.
That's right.
So if you have stipulations, I'd rather you give it to the food bank or somebody else because I'm not going to do that.
That's right.
If I know that I have children that are hungry,
That's right.
where it needs to go, that's where it's going to go.
Right.
So, and they agreed with me eventually, and they were like, well, I didn't think about it like that. But
Yeah.
kids are not responsible for adults.
That's right.
So we still have to do what we have to do to help kids.
That's right.
So this is it. That's for our changing room when we get it built up. We have a new mirror. We have a little lamp to go in there, and
just like a real
Helen
department
McFarland
store.
went shopping and bought that stuff. She was so into this, and I loved it so much because this place has flown. It has flown. We have totes full of scarves and gloves and hats over there that the prison did for us.
Oh, they made them?
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome.
It's just. Yeah,
Wow.
it's amazing the things that people will do for you, and
Well, and that's good
people
for them,
just
too.
want to know. People just want to know what kids need.
Right.
You know, here's one of the coats that the lady said she was shopping and found them all.
Wow.
So she bought one in every size.
Oh.
And they've got, what did she tell me she paid for those? $3 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, they were $3 a piece and they were $16 coats. You know,
That's
so
perfect.
she bought $20 worth of coats
My gosh.
for us. And they're hanging up here and the kids come down here. I've given several of these
Yeah.
little coats away. The little girls really like
There's
those.
one there.
Yeah, there's
Same
one. There's
thing.
2 of them left. I think I had like 6 or 8.
So who does all the organizing? And because this
This.
takes a lot of time.
The store itself is Lois Curtis.
Is that
She's a
right?
board member. She's the one who arranged everything the way
Okay.
she wants it arranged. She's got those laying right there because she's going to sort through those and get those shelved.
Because there's by size, aren't there?
Oh yeah, she sorts them by male, female,
Okay.
and size.
Okay.
And she'll go through here, and if there's something shelved and the kids have been down here numerous times shopping and they're not taking it, then she takes it and
takes
she
it?
gifts it to someone else,
Oh,
like the health
good.
center
Yeah.
or someplace like that where people can get items for free.
Good.
Because we don't want to waste anything. So we try to keep things rotated out about every 12 to 18 months
Okay.
that are not being used, and that way they're not just sitting here useless.
Yeah.
This is amazing, and
fantastic. Yes,
this
it
is
is.
my whole heart. This was something that I envisioned and I
Sorry.
really wanted to see happen, and the Bright Futures Board jumped right on it, and then the Rotary Club jumped right on it and wrote a grant, and it just came to pass, and I love this so much. But it's Lois Curtis's baby.
Yeah.
She's taken it and organized it, and she's done amazing with it.
It's fantastic.
My kids come down here sometimes and they're like, they get stuff that's got brand new tags on it, and they're like, can I have this? I'm like, well, yeah, you take whatever you need, you take it all if you need it. And they love to get new clothes
Oh,
with tags
absolutely.
on. They love to get new clothes.
I mean, myself growing up, even though I was the oldest of all my siblings, I had hand-me-downs
Oh,
from my
sure,
cousins. You know,
sure.
we couldn't afford new clothes. So,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a treat.
Yeah, the kids love to get new things.
Yeah. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, anything you want to share with us, we're always, we can find a home for it.
Good. Good. Again, that's just what we want to encourage people to do.
New or gently used, please.
Don't let it just sit there. And
No.
and I'm sorry, but don't give it to some places that are just going to try to make a profit off of it. Give it to someone who's needy.
And if
You
it's
don't
not
wanna
if
worry
it's
about
not
garage
something
sales.
that's appropriate for children that are school age or high school age children, because like I said, they're not going to wear something that makes them feel different. They'd rather
Right.
go naked. The help center in Mexico is a great place, or the handy shop.
Yeah,
Both of those
yeah.
are really great places to take things
There's
to.
Salvation Army. There's thrift stores that
Yeah.
are Christian
And
based.
actually, the help center, Phil Iman is phenomenal. He gets all of our buddy packs from
Okay.
over at Columbia
Okay.
and our food pantry food, and he makes sure that we get it every week picked up by our Votech driver. And if not,
Okay.
he's like, I'll put it in the car and bring it to you.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Yeah.
he will do anything to help our children be successful. He comes and does part of our real simulation that we do in February with our kids, where they have to navigate life with their cash.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a fun thing.
yeah.
You guys need to come. You're invited
Okay.
to come in February and watch Reel. That is amazing.
Good,
It is
good. We need to do that.
amazing. Our sophomores do it, and it's so fun. They have a time in life when they're kind of flush and have a little more money, and they can kind of get, and then they have a time in life when they're impoverished and they have to navigate life. And if you
Stretch a dollar. Yeah.
they will forget their kids at daycare, and they are like, I don't have enough money to pay my electric bill, and they're like,
Right.
well, we're gonna have to shut you off. And you know,
Right.
it's an eye opener. It really is,
Good.
and it's fun.
It's better to learn it then than real life.
It's pretty fun. So you know, Phil's part of that. He always comes and helps us with Reel, and Tad Dobbins. They're amazing. Central Missouri Community Action is CMCA.
Okay,
It's where
okay.
our hygiene kits came from, and they're in Audrain County, and those are wonderful, wonderful people that do so much to help us. I think Phil brings a food truck down and gives out at the food pantry
Oh, yeah.
parking lot
Okay.
once a month.
Okay.
Besides our regular food pantry we have in town.
Okay.
So yeah, it's there are lots of resources. People just need to be able to speak up, and they need to feel comfortable speaking up.
Right.
And we need our community all pulling together and all working together. The people in Vandalia and Farber are fabulous.
So even if a friend of a friend may know someone who just needs a little help, right?
I get calls a lot, and they'll say, Nurse Allen, hey, I don't want to upset these people, but I really think da 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 da. And so I will reach out to the person in a way and just say, hey, you know, I got such and such and such and such, and I'm trying to think of somebody that might be able
I
to
love that.
whatever, because
Yeah.
you know,
Make them
it's
feel
not.
bad.
No, you
Right.
don't want to make people feel bad, and you don't want to say, guess what I gave to somebody.
Right,
That's
right. It's
just
not about that.
No, it's not about that at all.
Right.
You just want to be able to help people and help them be successful and move past a point in their life when hopefully they can help somebody else.
Exactly. Pay it forward. Thank you. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people that make this work. And
Oh, it is.
sounds
It's
like
the
it's
community.
so well organized.
It's
so
the
efficient.
community. It's the community.
Yeah.
100%. It's the Van Far community.
Pulling together. All right. So if people want to give or know a need, who do they contact? How do they go?
They
about
can contact myself
Okay.
or Brian Hummel, Kim Pafford, anybody that they know that's on the Bright Futures board. Brandy Gay, Sheila Ennis, Melissa Gooch, Cammie Blackman, anybody that you happen to know that it's on the Bright Futures board, contact us. I do field a lot of calls every week about it. If you want to send a monetary donation, you may make it to Bright Futures Van Far and send it to the school's address, 2200 Highway 54. Attention Kathy Allen, and I'll make sure that it gets put into the appropriate account. Everybody will make sure it gets put in the appropriate account. If you're shopping and you pick up some new items, just arrange for us and drop it off at the elementary, and Lois will get it inventoried and shelved, and the kids will be using it, and we're just very grateful for everything we get, because none of this is possible without the donations of items that we receive from our community.
Well, I'm grateful for your heart. Thank
Thanks.
you so much for taking time
Thank
to
you.
come and talk to us out of your busy day. So as you can see, the school does so much more than just educate our children, the children that are the future leaders. And we want to help support the school with all the resources. They're not only, providing medical assistance with the nurses on staff, but they are also providing, clothing, food, and all of that love and support from the community, which it takes all of us to be a part of. So God bless you and treasure each day.